Recording. Hello, I'm Adam Cardis. I'm here to make a video over my Lone Star College final project. My research question. I had number 21. It's the case for the most important amendment to the Constitution and the one we need to get rid of or change. I did a little background. The Constitution is a supreme law of the United States. It has three parts: the preamble, the 7 articles, and the amendments. There's currently 27 amendments in the U.S. that are active. Of course, there's been hundreds that have been tried to pass. There's a couple that are not ratified, but those are the ones I was talking about. The first 10 are known as the Bill of Rights, and they really focused on helping you really just define what your individual rights as a person were and what liberties you have as a person. This next 17, 11 through 27, were all separate because the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments, were all ratified together. These ones were out throughout the years and corresponded with the time, and they help you define and protect your freedom. And if you really take a look, you see how these affect your life, everybody's life, and why they're so important. I researched, of course, which is the most important, and what my thesis that I came with was I believe that the 14th Amendment is the most important amendment. And I'll go on to explain why. And my other one, the decision to get rid of or change, I decided with the Second Amendment, to really fit the political climate we are. So, for my first argument, talking about the 14th Amendment and why I think it's the most important, I believe that the 14th Amendment is the most important because of the content, what it has done. If you really take a look at it, the Constitution or the 14th Amendment is the most important amendment to the Constitution because all it has done. It fixed errors in the Constitution regarding citizenship and many more errors. It expanded democratic rights. It guaranteed those rights. It extended the bill to have a legal meaning under state constitutions, and it reformed and streamlined many concepts just so you could understand them easier, which I wish most of the other amendments did that too to fit with the time we are. And it reformed how the states could treat its citizens and enforce equal protection of the law, and it resolved a frequently misunderstood Supreme Court case, which was, of course, the Dred Scott case. If you read on my thing, you'll get to see a breakdown better. That's just my simple argument for why the 14th is the most important. My second argument of why I think the Second Amendment needs to be changed is because I think it really needs to be updated because it's vague, and I think with the political climate there are so many people wanting guns, so many people against guns, you really need to make it known what it really is. So I think that the Second Amendment needs to be changed because of how important it is. I did not think it was more important than the 14th, but I think it needs to be changed since it's so important. I believe that the simple, Second Amendment we've all heard needs to be changed to wording that works better with our climate and how it really is. I believe the Second Amendment needs to very clearly recognize ownership and the carry of weapons as a right with little restrictions, and those restrictions that would infringe on this right be clearly said. I also think that what they could do is change it because we've all heard the militia. I think we could change it to any citizen that has no restrictions that would get their gun taken away or not allowed to get it would have their own right to all aspects of gun ownership, to process, to use it, to conceal it, to carry it on their person, and of any weapon except bombs and chemicals, of course, and all the little niches in there. And I say, unless the person had that right revoked through a due, fast, fair trial, then it may never be infringed upon, no matter what. After my conclusion, which really it wasn't too hard because the only other option I really was looking for and most important was the First Amendment, and if you really break it down, you can see why the 14th is how much it changed everything. So my research question was asking to make the case. I made the case that the 14th Amendment is the most important. It has the most. Oh, I was looking at the keyboard. Has the most information. It changed the most. It has a huge impact. If you really look at it, it solved so many things, cleared up so many things. The same thing I'd wish for the Second Amendment, but this was just by far the most important. My thesis was that the 14th was the most important, and that's what I ended up on. It has size. It has 5 sections. It's each one is works perfectly. Of course, it could be better, but I think it's the most important. And I think the second needs to be changed because of how vague it is, and needed to update to fit our climate better. That so people can realize that it's not going to be taken away, and it shouldn't be taken away. And that is why my research led me to find information to back my thesis. And those are the amendments I found. Thank you.